Good morning, viewers. Hello and welcome to the Morning News Show, where we bring you the latest headlines and insightful stories to kickstart your day. I'm Kohina Sharma and you are watching CNN News 18. First up, on top of this bulletin, we're tracking some breaking inputs. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended Ganesh Puja at the residence of Chief Justice of India, CJI Chandrachud's residence in New Delhi. Now, the Prime Minister was seen offering his prayers to the deity along with the Chief Justice and his spouse Kalpana Das. So these are the latest inputs that we are tracking from the ground, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Chief Justice CJI Chandrachud for Ganesh Chaturthi rituals has also now drawn sharp criticism from all across. Now, joining us on the broadcast is our colleague Pallavi. A very good morning, Pallavi. What more details are we gathering from the ground on this front?
So we saw those pictures which came out late last evening of the Prime Minister attending a Ganpati Puja upon invitation coming in from the Chief Justice of India. And you can see those pictures up on your screens. But the morning after, there certainly has been a lot of politics over it. The opposition parties have begun to attack both the CGI as well as the Prime Minister. If you look at the Constitution, that's what they're talking about. There's a separation of the three pillars of democracy: the executive, the legislature, as well as judiciary. And the reason behind this is that they act as check and balances against each other. Now, according to opposition parties, if the Prime Minister, who's a part of the executive and legislature, is himself going to the residence of the judiciary, in this case, of course, the Chief Justice of India, then those lines or those divisions are completely blurred. So how do you expect a non-partisan kind of a judgment? That's the insinuation which is coming in from the opposition parties. Of course, the charge is being led by someone who is a advocate herself, which is Indira Jaising. But it's a voice which is now being echoed by many in the opposition spectrum. The Congress is talking about it. The NCP is talking about it. Shiv Sena Sanjay Raut is also talking about it, saying that this is unprecedented and this was absolutely incorrect because it conveys a very wrong message. That's one. And second, ahead of the Maharashtra elections, whenever it takes place, is this the Prime Minister's attempt, along with cameras, I'm using their words, is this the Prime Minister's attempt to woo the Marathi voters by attempting the Ganpati Pujan organized by the CGI? So a double messaging coming in from these pictures, according to opposition parties, and both of them are a violation of the constitution and democratic norms.
Right, Pallavi, I'll request you to stay with us on broadcast as our legal correspondent, Ananya Bhatnagar, is also joining us on the broadcast. A very good morning, Ananya. Amid the growing concerns about the fairness of the Indian judiciary, especially after the visuals of PM Modi attending Ganesh Pujan at CJI's house, what are the critics questioning whether the justice system is being influenced by political agendas? How fairly can this be perceived, especially with the criticism that is being received in this front?
Opposition parties are hitting out at, in fact, this particular visuals that have come out, in fact, from Chief Justice of India's residence. But, festivals are a time when everybody comes to meet. And this is something that is very, very personal. This is something that was very, it was a Ganesh Puja that the Chief Justice of India every year holds. And that is something that the opposition parties are actually coming out and now you are hitting out at the BJP. They're saying that the lines have been, lost. The drawing lines that were there between the legislature and, in fact, the judiciary have been drawn. But at the same point, trying to understand, festivities in India are considered to be a part when everybody comes and meets each and everyone. And this is not the first time that this has happened. There have been in the past instances where, people, even the politicians, go and meet the judges, and this is something that the opposition parties are coming out and criticizing. But at the same point, these are festivals; these are very, very personal and intricate affairs of people, and meeting somebody on the festival is something that is considered to be very, very sacrosanct. In fact, our country, and this is something that is embracing our tradition.
Right, Ananya, I'll request you to stay with us on the broadcast. Now, joining us on the broadcast is BJP's RP Singh. A very good morning, Mr. Singh. Mr. Singh, amid the growing concerns about the fairness of the Indian judiciary, critics are now questioning whether the justice system is being influenced by political agendas. What is your and your party's stance on this?
Well, this is shameful that occasion like Ganesh Chaturthi, which is very wise to all Indians, and in that someone go to someone else's house, it's basic civility. It's nothing to do with the administration or the party or the government. I mean, these are the basic civilities of the society. But as Congress and as opposition is, they hardly understand civility and they hardly understand the piousness of the Ganpati Puja or the Ganesh Chaturthi.
Right, Mr. Singh, but it is also alleged with these allegations coming to fore, this might affect the public's trust, especially with the judiciary. How is BJP looking forward to deal with this?
Well, people also know that there are basic cordial relationships between the people and between the individuals, and that has nothing to do with one's work or one's domain areas. So they can raise questions, but people know that. I mean, and as for Ganesh Chaturthi goes, is above everything else. I mean, it's shocking that they can go to stoop to this level.
Right, Mr. R.P. Singh, thank you so much for joining us on CNN News 18 and giving a word on that. But right now, we're shifting our focus to another breaking input. This time,